Welcome back to another Cavs game reaction. This one after the 34th game for Cleveland, with the Cavs getting win number one of the 2024 calendar year over the lowly Washington Wizards in Cleveland. Final score of 140 to 101. I believe that is the highest scoring game that the Cavs have played this season for them. The game was, concerningly close for most of the first half, but then the Cavs got on a run at the end of the second quarter to be up by 12 at halftime, and the game never really was in doubt beyond that point. Everyone was able to get in on the scoring fun last night with, pretty much anyone who was available for the game was brought in, got some minutes, and got some points. That was achieved when Damian Jones hit a shot in the later stages of the game to give everyone some points. And honestly, Damian Jones with 4 points was not even the low point man for Cleveland. That was Dean Wade with just 2 points, so almost didn't get to that amazing stat of everyone touching the floor having some points, but Dean Wade did get a couple points, so everyone who saw the floor got on the scoreboard as far as getting actual points on the board goes. On the other end of the scoring, the high point man for the Cavs was Max Strus with 24. He hit 6 out of his 8 3-pointers. Went on a big scoring. He hit his first 4 or 5 or so to start the game, so he was hot early. Maybe that can get him back into a little bit of a rhythm after he was in a little bit of a shooting slump in the past few games from beyond the arc. He's still getting looks, and he's still contributing to the game overall in other ways, like getting boards and dishing out assists, but the Cavs got him to be a threat from beyond the arc, so hopefully this solid game can get into a little bit of a return to form. Donovan Mitchell was not far behind him with 22 points, going 4 for 9 for 3 points. You also factor in 2 steals and 2 blocks for Donovan Mitchell as well. 2 blocks as well for Jarrett Allen, who is the player that I really want to shout out from this game. He's been posting banger after banger recently, not just in this one, but really throughout this pretty good stretch of Cavs basketball. Jarrett Allen has been a huge part of it. In this one against the Wizards last night, he had 17 points, 19 rebounds, 7 of them being offensive rebounds, and was just 3 assists short of a triple-double. All of that without playing 1 single second in the fourth quarter. I did kind of want him to nab those 3 more assists for that triple-double so he can have that accomplishment for the season, but I do understand a JB calling it a day for him, considering some of the other injuries that the Cavs have on the team right now. Nobody on the team played for more than 29 minutes. Both Jarrett Allen and Sam Merrill got to 29, but that was it as far as who got the most playing time. I'm not going to be complaining about Craig Porter Jr. getting low minutes just because everyone's minutes were kind of down a little bit as the floor got evened out a little bit, with the game being as lopsided as it was. Karis LeVert with another night off the bench with more than 20 points on some pretty good shooting numbers as well. Isaac Okoro making all 4 of his shots, including 1 3-point attempt. Yeah, Tristan Thompson with 9 boards, just a dominant win over a team in Washington that's just a bad NBA team right now. Also, a shout out to Niang for his contributions off the bench, 15 points and a good number of rebounds as well. I mean, the Washington Wizards, again, not a whole lot to get into with why this victory was so dominant, just because the Wizards have been a pretty bad NBA team this year. I mean, if the Pistons didn't go on the absurdly terrible run they went on, they would for sure be in talks of like the worst team in the NBA, or the worst team in the East at least. But sure, a guy like Kyle Kuzma, he can have a good night every now and then. Thought he played well pretty early on in this game, but the Wizards as an NBA team, it's just bad in general. So the Cavs and Wizards, they play again tomorrow. I should be talking about a similar result tomorrow. Maybe not 140 points for the Cavs and a 39-point blowout, but Cleveland should be able to win by a decent margin, at least when all is said and done on Friday night. But we do also have some roster news to get into for the Cavaliers. Both Ricky Rubio and the Cavaliers have agreed to a contract buyout. Rubio announced that he was stepping away from pro basketball in the NBA offseason to deal with his mental health. Hadn't really gotten any updates since that time, but Ricky himself announced that this is the last we'll see of him in the NBA. Felt like he just wasn't in the kind of control of his mental health that he wanted to be, wasn't in the right headspace, needed to step away, and that step away from the NBA will be a permanent one. So best of luck to him and his family moving forward. It was really fun seeing Ricky Rubio in a Cavs uniform for the time he was here. A couple of years ago, he was a tremendous backup point guard. Then him coming back at all last year was a great story in itself, just being on the court after suffering that bad injury. And based on the response from Cavs fans on social media, his time in Cleveland was definitely appreciated. I know I certainly loved seeing Ricky Rubio in a Cavs uniform and what he brought to the team. And he made the decision that was best for him and best for those around him. And I don't think anyone can reasonably expect anything else. So best of luck to him moving forward. And that is going to do it for me in this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did make it this far into it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you'd like to see more like it. I cover some other teams in Ohio. Maybe like those videos as well. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at the next one.